What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I uploaded. It's been a few months. I'm sorry for keeping y'all waiting. Life has just been crazy between the two jobs that I'm working and then, detailing and my full-time job. And then also, me and my two friends, we started a podcast recently. So I'm going to give you all the news on that. We went ahead and started a sports podcast. We talk all things sports. If that's something you might be interested in, stick around. I'm going to give you all the details for that. But in this video, we're going to get right into another demo and review. We're going to be doing a new one from P&S. It is Frostbite. This is a surface cleanse snow foam that they just came out with a few weeks back. I was very excited to try this because I love the Pearl Auto shampoo from P&S. We've tried that on the channel along with a bunch of their other products. I've loved everything I've tried from P&S. So I was very excited for this because a lot of people say that the Pearl Auto just doesn't foam enough. That's not something that's ever bothered me. I still use that on all my cars. But it's cool that they're going ahead and putting out a snow foam now for people that want a little bit more foam. Basically, it claims to be, it says on the bottle there, it is high foaming, foam cannon ready. You can hand wash, dilute at 128:1, and it says it has an incredible fragrance as well. Obviously, all the directions on dilution ratios and stuff like that are on the back. If you're interested, I'm going to leave this in the description so you can go pick one up yourself, find out some more information about it. Now, price wise, this is going to run you $19.95 US on the P&S website. I think you can get around 20 bucks on Amazon as well. Now, I've only seen it in the 32 ounce size. I have not seen a bigger size than this. But yeah, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to break down the performance. I'm going to let it sit on the surface of the vehicle and just do a non-contact wash and see what kind of results we can get with that. And then I'm going to do a hand wash as well and just break down all the details for you guys so you can know all that before you pick one of these up. Again, this is $19.95 on the P&S website. This is their Frostbite Surface Cleanse Snow Foam. So I'm very excited to try this out. Let's head over to the car and get right into it. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys a quick look at the vehicle before we went ahead and washed it. You can see some spots, a little bit of bug splatters, stuff like that there on the front of the car where all that stuff always builds up. So we're going to test it out on that type of thing. We're going to test it out on really everything on here. You can see some more on the grill. Now on the hood, I do park under trees at my other job fairly often. You can see some tree sap just kind of all over there from those little droplings that fall off the tree. Been a while since I washed this, so this is going to be a true test to see how well this stuff breaks down all that tree sap. The side of the vehicle is not too bad, really nothing crazy. Just some, tree sap and then some standard bug guts here and there. A little bit of traffic film. Again, it's been a while since it's been washed. You can see the wheels are pretty bad. We're going to test it on that as well. And we're going to see exactly how good this stuff is at breaking down all that debris. And we're going to go ahead and start by rinsing the vehicle. That's what the instructions on the bottle tell us to do. It says to thoroughly rinse the vehicle before you go at it with the product. So as we get started rinsing the vehicle here, I do want to let you guys know, I touched on that sports podcast earlier. Me and my two best friends, we started a sports podcast. It is at Free State Sports on Instagram, Free State Sports Podcast on YouTube and Spotify. I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen, and it'll also be in the description for you as well. So make sure you guys go check that out. If you're into sports, you're going to love the content we put out over there. So now we've rinsed the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and use our foam cannon. This is just a cheap $20, $30 foam cannon I got on Amazon a while back. It works well. Now the dilution for the foam cannon says, I believe the bottle says 1 to 10. So that's what we went ahead and did. That's 1 part product to 10 parts water in your foam cannon. You can see right away it's giving us pretty good foam as I take you guys a little bit closer in. Show you a closer look at the level of foam that we're getting out of it. Now this is with my Ryobi 1800 pressure washer with 1800 PSI pressure washer with 1.2 gallons per minute. So nothing crazy pressure washer wise, but you can see we're still getting really thick, high quality foam. And I mean, if you're looking for snow foam, this is pretty much the definition of snow foam. Does a great job at producing that foam. So right away I was very impressed with the level of foam. We went ahead and we let it sit on the vehicle for about 5 minutes. The instructions do tell you to let it sit. So I'm going to go ahead and you can see me finishing up foaming the vehicle here. Went ahead and went under the vehicle twice as it kind of sat on there. I did another walk around with the foam. Now this was after we went ahead and let it sit for about 5 minutes per the instructions. One thing that really impressed me with the product, you could see, is how easily it rinses off. For how thick and foamy it is, it rinses off super easily. And I mean, again, my pressure washer is only 1.2 gallons per minute. That's really, when you talk about how easy it is to rinse a vehicle with a pressure washer, the gallons per minute is what you want, because that's the amount of water flow you're getting. So mine doesn't really produce any crazy numbers in that aspect, and it's still very, very easy to rinse this stuff off the surface. I was very, very impressed with just how easy it was to get all that soap and all those suds off the surface. Really, one quick pass is works wonders for rinsing it all off. You can see I'm very rarely having to go back over the same areas. Again, just super easy to rinse off, and that's really good for saving time. And you can see here's the result after we rinsed the vehicle. This is without the contact wash. You can see it did a pretty good job of breaking down some of that tree sap and those contaminants. You can see, kind of hard to tell on camera, but there are some spots still in there. You can see along the front here, I'll show you down where those bug guts were. Broke down a good bit of that. You can still see a little spot right there, some spots down below. For initially breaking down that first layer of grime, it did a pretty solid job. Nothing mind-blowing, nothing too crazy. You can see here on this side, where I was a little less close with the pressure washer, some of that tree sap is still on there. However, you can see when I run my finger over it, I can actually lift it right off the surface. So it does do a good job of lifting those contaminants, and that kind of surprised me. Tree sap is traditionally very hard to get off, so it does do a good job of breaking stuff down. You can see down here, we're going to take a look at the wheel. Really didn't do anything for the wheel, which I don't expect. Wheels are very difficult to clean. You're really never going to get a wheel clean without using a good wheel cleaner and going in with a brush, which I ended up doing at the end, since it needed it anyway. But you can see I'm going in with my contact wash, our standard dilution ratio per the bottle, 128 to 1. That's about what I did. I did kind of eyeball it, to be honest with you, but got it as close as I could. And one thing I was very impressed with was the lubricity of it. Now, when you use it as a contact wash, you can notice it's not as high foaming as it is in a foam cannon, and that's, I guess, because of the dilution ratio. I found the Pearl Auto shampoo that we tested on the channel to produce a little bit more suds when you're doing a hand wash, but again, the lubricity is there. It never felt like I was going to scratch the vehicle or anything like that. You can see this is our end result after the initial contact wash. And one thing I will say, the product does have a very, very pleasant fragrance as well. It's kind of a fresh scent. Smells very, very good. I was very impressed with the fragrance too. So if that's important to you, this product definitely does have a good fragrance. That obviously makes it a lot more fun to work with. So strong fragrance, smells nice and fresh. You can see here on the hood, again, kind of hard to tell on camera, but there are still some spots on there. And I mean, really, it needs to be clay barred. So what I went ahead and did was I did clay the vehicle after I did this, just because there was still so much stuff stuck on the hood. And I don't, again, tree sap is very hard to work with. That's been on there, in the July heat here in Maryland for quite a while. So I didn't expect it to get all of it off. I did go back over it, and I did want to show you guys real quick I have a coat of ceramic sealant on here. I use the Turtle Wax ceramic sealant, which we've also reviewed on the channel. But you can see it restores, if you have protection on your vehicle, this wash is not going to strip off the protection. You can see it restores those hydrophobic properties. So it does not strip off your protection. You don't have to worry about it. I did go in and clay it with the Ultra Clay Sponge, and I went ahead and used the solution as our clay lube. So if you're wondering if you can use it as a clay lube, if you're using a synthetic clay like I did, or a light duty clay, I would say it definitely has enough lubricity. Now the bottle does not state that you can do that, so try it at your own risk. But I had no issues with it, no swirl marks or anything like that. I just dunked the clay sponge in my bucket and did the hood and some other little areas like that. And you can see it did help a lot. Alright, so final thoughts on the Surface Cleanse Snow Foam on the Frostbite from P&S from their Double Black collection. I like this stuff. I do. I like it. It has a very, very good smell. It has a really nice fresh scent to it. One of my favorite smelling products from the P&S line. So if scent's important to you, very, very good scent. In terms of cleaning capability, is it a game changer? Is it something you need to pick up? No, absolutely not. It is not anything that's really going to save you a ton of time or anything like that. Now, if you have a vehicle that has stuff super caked on, you know, somebody's been mudding, or just there's a bunch of road film, traffic film on there, and you know, if it's been a while since it's been washed, I have no doubt this will do a good job of doing that initial breakdown of those contaminants. But for normal washing, it's not a game changer. It's not anything too crazy. It does do a good job of, you know, initially breaking down all that dirt and debris. But you're not going to achieve really, if you're looking to pick this up and think that you could just spray it on the vehicle, rinse it off, and it'll be, you know, magically clean. It is not a miracle working product. I would say it's as advertised, not anything super special. Price wise, I think it's a good value. If you're interested in a snow foam for this reason, for doing what this does, I'd go ahead and pick it up. I think it's a solid snow foam. I don't have much else to compare it to. I really don't use snow foams all that much. But let me know in the comments if you've tried other snow foams, if you like them. But yeah, overall, solid product, very good product. I enjoyed using it. I'll keep it around. I'll probably use it on my own car. Still going to stick with the Pearl Auto for the most part. That's still my favorite wash solution. But for a snow foam, I mean, I'd imagine it would be pretty hard to beat. It's a solid snow foam. Again, if you're looking for something like that, pick it up. Just know it's not going to be an absolute game changer. It's not anything that's going to blow you away or anything like that. Good product. Nothing phenomenal, nothing super special, but it is as advertised. So if you're looking for something like this, I do recommend it. So that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. I'll leave that link in the description as well. Let me know what other products you'd like to see on the channel, or what other ideas you have for the channel. I have some more content coming for you guys very soon. And again, check out our sports podcast. That's Free State Sports, at Free State Sports on Instagram. We're also available on Spotify and YouTube, Free State Sports Podcast. That'll be linked in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.